Good morning, Page Patriots. I'm Terry Flowers, your host for the next few minutes here. I want to welcome you all to this, I guess we'll call it an updated podcast with some important and timely information as we move forward to in-person instruction here at Page High School. Actually, just a week from today. That'll be great. With me today in studio are Katie Hill, our head principal and fearless leader, and our newly honored, not sure what title that goes with, Benji, but
we'll just say athletic director with
big deal fitness guru seems to fit here. But yes,
at this point, I'm a new online fitness guru. I feel like I'm doing 3 a.m. infomercials.
There you go. Yeah,
workout videos.
I
at this
get
point.
it. So anyway, Benji Gray, our athletic director, and honestly, Benji, let's just start with you real quick. Tell us about this honor, and I know you worked hard for it, so give us a little update.
So the state of Tennessee has a state AD association board, and so I represent Region 6. And so part of that is you can take courses to learn more about athletic administration. And so over the pandemic and the course of the past year or two, I pursued several online classes and courses, and then you could take a national exam. So I'm actually certified in athletic administration through the NIAAA. It's a national interscholastic athletic administration. And so what that does entitle is now I could sit on the board of control for TSSAA, our state athletic association, or our legislative council. Up until that point, you had to be a former administrator or a retired administrator to do that. And so by having that national certification, they allow you to sit on the board as well. So not anything I would want to do right now in this uncertain times.
Sure.
With the decisions they're having to make, but maybe down the road, that would be hopefully an option possibly to pursue.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. I do want to tell everybody this is actually being broadcast early morning on Friday, August the 21st. So if you are listening to this at any other time, things may have shifted.
By the afternoon.
Yes.
I was going to say by lunchtime.
That's right.
This is always a fluid situation with us. I had a friend of mine that refers to this, everything's in pencil.
Yes.
That's perfect.
So get out your erasers if you need to. So Dr. Hill, let's jump into Page High School. I know the plans that came out from the district just this past week of how we're going to go about starting school. Would you kind of give us a quick overview of what that means here at Page High?
Yes, I'm so excited. We have a really unique opportunity next Friday, August the 28th, to welcome our 9th graders to campus independently. So on next Friday, our 10th, 11th, and 12th graders will continue to have an asynchronous remote learning opportunity, but our 9th graders will be with us on campus, and we have an adjusted schedule for our 9th graders. They're going to be working with our Blue Crew leaders, their upperclassmen mentors, first thing when they get here to learn all about campus and where to go, what to do, those kinds of things. First thing when they arrive, and then they'll go through all 8 of their class changes and have some activities with their Blue Crew leaders throughout the day. And so we're just really excited about this opportunity and think this may be something we want to do every year. And then on Monday, August the 31st, we get to welcome all of our students back to campus. And we have been planning, unplanning, replanning, using our pencil, as you said, to get ready for that. But all jokes aside, we have been very thoughtful about how to do that as safely as we possibly can. We've consulted with our nurses who teach courses here at Page, with our district, and the district's been in communication with the state and local health officials. So we feel like we really have a solid plan to keep everybody as safe as we can, to be able to contact trace if we need to, and hopefully those will be very limited experiences, but we've got those things prepared and ready to go. And next week we'll be sharing those with our community. We'll be sending out what the reentry plan looks like for all participants, for our faculty and for our staff, and how to come into the building, and all the checks and temperature screenings, questioning, mask requirements, and those kinds of things. We've got a specific plan for lunch. We're going to give kids the opportunity to get outside and get some fresh air. We think that's a really critical part of this.
Yeah.
And then lots of spacing. We're going to have probably the market cornered for painter's tape. We've been laying out socially distanced squares and X's all throughout the building so that students can be safe as they interact with one another. But, we're really just genuinely excited about kids getting to do that again. So we want to make it easy for them to see where they can stand to be safe, but also to be able to communicate and to be able to socially interact with one another. That's what I'm hearing that kids probably miss the most of all right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're thrilled to be able to offer that. They're going to be able to go on the football field and to take walks. And, a great idea, I think, is Mr. Hatley shares to bring a picnic blanket, because that would be an easy way to space out and mark distance to have lunch if you want to do it that way. And so all kinds of options available. Our seating is already marked in the cafeteria and we'll be in the wellness gym so that students can space out at their breaks and during lunchtime. And then we have staggered dismissal plans and one-way hallway plans and again, using that painter's tape to mark the routes around the building. So, we're ready. We couldn't be more excited to have kids back on the campus. And I just want our families to know that we have taken every precaution. We'll continue to do that. We'll monitor how our processes are working and adjust if we need to. And of course, we need their support and feedback if they have it.
Yeah, that's great. So, I guess it's class change time.
Second period.
Second period. There you go. There we go. Parents and students should be looking for an email coming out sometime early part of the week.
Yes,
As an
probably
update,
Tuesday
middle week.
Tuesday or Wednesday. There'll be one specifically for ninth graders that'll come out first. It'll talk about the schedule for the Friday, and then there'll be one for the community just to see how we plan to reenter students and all the different pieces that are associated with that, and just one document.
That's great. All right, Benji, give us a little update on sports and the athletic process here, and especially we're going to try to get this out today, so for the game tonight.
So we've had 5 fall sports occurring. So we have cross country, golf, volleyball, girls soccer, and football. Our golf team, boys and girls, are off to a very successful start. Boys taking down defending district champs Ravenwood this past week. Volleyball is doing well, starting off a young team, progressing very well. Soccer faced a tough Franklin team last night. They're starting off 1-1. And then our cross country team, under new coaches Sean Carter and Megan Wright, start their competition schedule next week. So hosting the Fairview Yellow Jackets tonight for the infamous Battle of 840. Woohoo! Yes, so we're all excited. We've done a great job, I think, through the community. I brought together the student government leaders, and we talked about how to provide tickets for the football game for the students, along with the parents of band, cheerleaders, and football players. All visiting Williamson County teams get 300 tickets, so Fairview sold theirs rather quickly.
Yeah.
And then on Thursday, we offer general public tickets out. And so we have a very established plan. Administration, our SRO, and I have all sat down. And I think we have an established plan. This year, we're only going to one gate. So if you're used to coming up by the tennis courts, that gate will no longer be available. We'll have one gate at the new parking lot behind the football field house and between the baseball field. And so our plan is, if you are walking up to buy tickets, then you have to bring a chair because all of our stadium seating is sold out. Per TSSAA protocol, we can only have a third of our capacity in the stadium. That's 1,002 people. And so those seats have been taken. So the faculty will sit in the end zone. The band will be in another end zone. And concessions will be offered by the band. So you can still purchase concessions. We will do temperature checks. So we'll have a station for temperature checks. And then a lot of our sales, most of our sales are pretty much, I guess all of our sales are GoFan. And that's throughout the county this year. They're trying to go cashless. And so you'll bring your GoFan tickets up on your phone. We'll validate those, and then you'll go into the stands. And the stands will be marked similar to graduations for all fans, groups of 4. Our student sections will be marked with X's where they will maintain distance and mask on those X's. So we'll be following all district and state protocol as well. No changes there. But hopefully the weather will agree with us tonight, and we'll have a great night. And then on top of that, you and your media department are live streaming it. So, if you don't want to wear a mask and you want to sit on your sofa and watch the game and hear some good commentating, I encourage that as well.
Yeah, that's one thing that we are looking forward to. This is our first chance to get out, and with the potential rain and everything else in the forecast, we are probably going to go to a little more streamlined approach tonight. Maybe 1 or 2 cameras instead of 4 or 5. But yeah, our plan is still to just rock on, and anybody that can't make it tonight in person who hasn't bought a ticket yet, because tickets will not be available, right?
Well, they very limited.
Okay.
Very limited.
Handful.
So, and I think so far seeing the fans at start second period, seeing our fans at volleyball and soccer this week, they've done an excellent job of spacing out, social distancing, really following the guidelines that we've set forth. I know that our ticket takers, we also have seat counters. So as people come in the gate, we're keeping count because we have to close off. I think ring staff for volleyball, 332 is our capacity. Then outside soccer is a little bit different because Coach Clapp and his staff have actually drawn lines around the field. So a lot of people are bringing their chairs and separating. And so the outside events, we have a little more leeway on how to space out versus the internal events.
Sure. Good. But for everything right now, masks are required. Distancing is required, and temperature checks at the gate.
Yeah, so unfortunately, if you don't meet those temp checks, if you come and you have a 100.4 or over, we have to send you home. It's okay. Get ready to hear that, everyone.
That's right.
One thing I do encourage is, don't come to campus and then sit in your car. You don't want to be sitting out in the heat and then try to get your temp checked. So I encourage you to come on up to that gate, get your temp checked, and then get inside. Okay, so that's one of the things I always worry about. Going to pick up my daughter from daycare. My air conditioner is hit or miss. So I'm like, man, I just know I'm gonna get there one day and I'm not gonna be able to go in and get her. So knock on wood, I am 100% so far. So
good.
But yeah, we're looking forward to tonight. I know Coach Rathbone and his staff are looking forward to a great game. Our players are looking forward to it. And talking to Coach Hughes from Fairview yesterday, he came over, was very proactive, so he could know exactly what the protocols were for his team. I think they're comfortable here, and it's just a really good rivalry. You got Indy and Summit playing tonight. That'll be a good rivalry, and Fairview and Page, and Nolensville I think is hosting Brentwood.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think that we're going to do a great job of meeting the protocols set in front of us.
Great. All right. So any last words from either one of you other than what you've already said?
We're just thrilled to get to have a ball game here tonight. We're excited to have the community come out. If you don't have a ticket yet, come on and get one at the gate, but just bring your chairs with you. And then I can't tell you how excited we are to have our kids back next week.
Yeah, that's great. And be looking for that email coming out next week, a little bit of update there.
Absolutely.
And if you want to watch the game tonight, just go to Page High channel on YouTube, and it will be there. Kickoff is at 7.
Senior night?
Senior night is probably going to start around 6:25-ish.
Yes.
So we will kick into the live stream right about that time. So thank you guys for being here this morning and your time. Don't forget, everybody, all this is in pencil. And